Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Now a first down carry by Jones. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it. What a statement of an opening drive. Just run it all the way down the field. No passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Dalton's throw taken in by Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And nowhere to fit that football in. it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they get man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll send the tight end in motion. 4th down. Dalton wants to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Keep on the ground with Jones. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense. Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick-6. And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter. A short kick taken at the 18. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Dalton right back on the horse after the pick-6. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the 1st quarter. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. To throw here, Dalton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Dalton, 1st and 10.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a full possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of run. The more guys able to watch the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken from about the 12.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Dalton.
There's Chris Olave.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert it, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Again, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
second down, and it's Kamara again.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A first down throw coming for Dalton. On the check down, he finds Kamara. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Dalton.
Back to Kamara for another catch.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 56 yards.
And the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
He's going to get this one complete here to Cobb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
P.J. Williams with a pick.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And, Charles, they got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it. But I think they told him, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An inside give to Jones. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Up the middle, Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second down, it's Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Tyrann Mathieu showing off a bit on that stop. Really nice tackle for loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. On third and long, it's Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tonyan.
Touchdown!
Robert Tonyan.
32 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. Whatever you want to select is there. You want to run, you want to throw it, pick up any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things in this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Dalton. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
What has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
They're hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this run of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Dalton now to pass. Here's Johnson with a reception. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First and 10 for Dalton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not...
And now here's another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. To the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys got to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And he'll take it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on second down. Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Got an open man, it's Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down.
And Dalton to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Lutz good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Nixon now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Rodgers throwing here.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. They go back to the ground with Jones.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Give to Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Crosby with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just ran on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And foul kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. One side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough. With that one possession down the stretch, might have given us an opportunity to